Greetings everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mystic Blue. Hope you're having a good day today despite everything that's going on. I'm doing a picker card video today. I did do a more of a controversial video 2 days ago. So I decided to do a picker card, and I meditated this morning because I wasn't sure which one to do, and it came to me loud and clear. What lie are you telling to yourself? So I will put out a disclaimer. This video will probably have some shade in it or some dragging moments. If you are a sensitive being, you may not want to watch it because I will be telling you the absolute truth, because the truth will set you free. So it is what lie you are telling to yourself. So we have 3 piles if you're new to pick card readings if you're new to them. We basically have 3 piles, and you pick whichever pile resonates to you, or you can pick more than one or all 3. If you want to hear all 3 messages, that's fine. You pick the pile and then forward to the timestamps that I have in the description, and then you will get your general reading. It is still a general reading, however, so you take what resonates and you throw away what doesn't. If you do want to book a personal reading, information will be in the description where you can get a hold of me, okay? So let me show you the piles. Pile number 1 is the green tag here. Pile number 2 is the red, I should say card, not tag. And pile number 3 is the blue card right here. So if you go off of numbers, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. If you going off colors, we have green, we have red, and we have blue. So go ahead and pick your pile now. I'll give you time to do so. Take a deep breath. It's always good to do that first. And then exhale to get centered into your body and pick your pile now. Okay, I will start with pile number 1. If you pick pile number 2 or 3, go ahead and fast forward to the timestamp listed in the description box, alright? Alright, here is pile number 1. So I did pre-pick these cards, but I don't know what's underneath them, so let's see what we have. I'll read this one last. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Cups. We have, you are seeing this situation accurately, Horus. We have the 8 of Voices, which I believe is the 8 of Swords in Tarot. Then we have the archetype card, Victim, and it's actually in reverse, so we're going to use the shadow attribute. Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Victim was in reverse. Alright, so I'll turn these cards this way so you can see them in the camera here, the way that they came out. Of course, I will have a better setup soon, but I have to work with what I have right now, okay? So just bear with me as the channel grows. I will grow. And the green that we have is Romance. That was the card that was green, was Romance. So let's see what's going on here. All right, what lie are you telling to yourself? Well, the first thing that came to me is that this pile number 1, you're in your head a lot, and you are, because you're the victim. It says playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. So I'm getting, this is interesting because this says victim, but then this says you are seeing the situation accurately. So I was going to say that pile number 1, that and it has to do with romance. You're playing the victim in a particular situation or connection with someone. You're blaming yourself for what has transpired between you and another person. Maybe that person has walked away, or you felt like you had to walk away, but you are blaming yourself. But it's not, that's the lie that you are telling yourself. It's not for you to blame. The issue has nothing to do with you, is what I'm getting for pile number 1. You are seeing the situation accurately. You're blaming yourself. You're playing the victim. Like, why does this always happen to me? But that's a lie, because the situation that you're seeing accurately, why this person is maybe separated from you, walked away from you, caused you to walk away from them, it's really not on you. It is on them. So the lie you're telling yourself is that you're blaming yourself. You're going back and forth like, I know I didn't do anything, I know I was authentic, etc. Why does this always happen to me? The part that's a lie is that you're saying, why does this always happen to me? Why does bad things always happen to me? Why do I do this? You're blaming yourself for the situation, for the separation. And that's a lie that you're telling yourself, because it really has nothing to do with you. What you really feel deep inside is the situation does have nothing to do with you, and you're absolutely correct. Excuse me. So we have the Two of Pentacles, which talks about balance. And the balance I'm feeling is you need to find a balance within your thoughts, because you're in your head a lot about the situation, and you're, like I said, you're going to the, what is it my fault? Why does this happen to me? You got to find balance within your thoughts and know that you did everything you could in the situation, and it just happened to just separate for reasons that you may not know, but it will be unfold to you. But the reading for today is what lie you're telling yourself is it's not your fault. Don't be the victim. Don't think everything bad always happens to you. Don't think you can't attract a mate in your life, anything good of that situation, because you can. So stop lying to yourself and saying that it's your fault and bad things always happen to you. You will never find love, things of that nature. Get yourself out of that victim mentality. Just walk away from those crazy thoughts, okay? Find the balance within and in the situation with this particular person who you're thinking of. You're seeing it accurately, as far as you know deep inside that it had something to do with you, and that is correct. Just trust that all will unfold. You'll get the answers that you seek on why this relationship had a split. But don't blame yourself. Don't be the victim, because bad things don't always happen to you. You can attract the love of your life. You can attract good things in your life. So stop lying to yourself thinking that you can't and it would never work out for you, okay? And even if maybe this particular connection, it could possibly turn around. You just have to change your thoughts and get out the victim mentality, because it has nothing to do with you. You are not causing this to happen, okay? So stop that lie that you're telling yourself, all right? And start thinking positive thoughts. If you have to do affirmations, things of that nature, visualize the things that you want, whatever it is, but just get out of the lie of victimhood and that bad things happen to you, you'll never find love, that type of mentality. It's all your fault, because none of it is your fault, okay? None of it is your fault, okay? So that's your reading for pile number 1. Hit the like button if you like the video, subscribe to my channel to help it grow, etc. If you want a personal reading, information is in the description. Thank you. All right, pile number 2. You chose the red square here, and the question is, what lie are you telling to yourself? So let's see what we have. I will pull that one later. We have 6 of Pentacles. We have 4 of Swords. We have fertility with Pan. We have 4 of Inspiration. Trying to think what this is in traditional tarot. Can't remember right now. We have Angel, and I'm going to leave it upright. I can't remember if it's reversed or not. Angel, light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Actually, it was in reverse. Spirit said it was in reverse. I was like, I thought it was this way. So let's read the shadow. Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Ooh. I think we found the lie that you're telling yourself. So I'm going to put this in the camera as much as I possibly can. Like I told pile 1, working with what I have at this time. But it will get better as far as the view once my situation improves, as far as where I can record, etc. So this is the best I can do right now, guys. But just pay attention to me. So, 4 of Inspirations. I believe that's a 4 of Wands, if I'm not mistaken. So we have the 6 of Pentacles, we got the 4 of Swords, we have fertility, we have the 4 of Inspirations, but we have the Angel card, the archetype card in reverse, and then we have move away for the red tag here. So let's see what lie you are telling to yourself, pile number 2. The first thing that jumped off to me was with the shadow angel and then the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like you're giving to others and you're expecting it in return just because you're giving to others. So I feel like the lie is you expect people to give to you in the same way you give to them. And it doesn't really work that way. So there's been times where you've been disappointed. You haven't received the same love, you haven't received the same gifts, you haven't received the same praise that you give others, but your intention for giving is not the greatest, because you're doing it because you want something in return versus just doing it to do it. Yes, you have a great heart. However, I'm getting problem number 2. The lie you're telling yourself is that I gave to you, you should give to me now. And that's not how it works. You should just give just to give, okay? I'm also getting, like, you have wonderful things that's happening, that's birthing within your life. Like the pound number 2, I feel is blessed with so many things, and you attract so many wonderful things in your life, and you always want to give to people and give to people and give to people. However, you don't necessarily give it to return. So there's another lie I'm getting, pound number 2, is that you may be giving too much and not setting the boundaries, because there are times where you give to people who don't appreciate who you are. So it's causing you to be in a point where you're disappointed and you just got to fall back a little bit, things of that nature. You got to move away. That's coming strongly. Like you give so much to people at times, and it's to people who don't appreciate who you are. So that's a little different from the first point I said. So the lie that I'm also getting for pile number 2 that you're telling yourself is you don't need to set boundaries. You're telling yourself you just want to keep giving and keep giving, but it's gotten you to the point where you're like now feeling like, gosh, I give so much, how come it's not coming in return? It's that you're just giving. Nothing wrong with giving, but however, there are boundaries. Like pile number 2, I feel like you have a problem with saying no to people. So you have to find your boundary, and there's sometimes that you need to say no. Sometimes you don't need to give your time even. Sometimes you don't really have the money, say you don't have the money. It's okay. Pile number 2, I feel like you have a loving and generous heart, but you also have to set boundaries. You also have to say no when it's time to say no. And it's okay and not feel poorly about it. So the lie you're telling yourself is to always give and always love and always do these things, but you're not setting the boundaries to protect your own heart, to protect yourself. So that's what I'm feeling. There is a point with this angelic attribute that says acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. That's a strong one, pile number 2. Are you pretending to be someone you're not? I don't feel that this means specifically angelic, mislead others, falsely claiming. What comes out to me is the giving part. What is your intention for giving? There's some of you who this may resonate, who are giving, like I said, just to be seen, just to be known, just to say that you gave. And then when it doesn't come in return, you have an issue with that. So what are your intentions? What is the lie that you're telling yourself, that you have to, if you give to others, that you would be lifted up and have a higher status? Well, that's a lie. You got to check your intentions, because you should give out of the kindness of your heart, and you should also have boundaries when to say no, etc. You got to have a balance in that. So the move away is like move away from that false intention, or that poor intention. You have a negative intention, whoever this resonates to why you give. Some of you give because you want to be noticed, and you feel that that's going to get you friends, or that's going to get you the love of your life. You give like material things, or your time, and you deplete yourself when it's not healthy for you. So that's a lie you're telling yourself, that you need to give more of yourself just to get certain things. That is absolutely not true, because it's leaving you in this depleted state. Okay, so even though you are blessed abundantly, you can give out the kindness of your heart, but also set the boundaries that you need to set. One, and don't give just so you can give back, because your intentions are not pure. So stop lying to yourself, thinking that you, first of all, need to get something back because you gave, and second of all, you're giving just so you can win the hearts of people, because that's definitely a lie. So that's your message for problem number 2. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to book a personal reading, information's in the description. All right, thank you. Pile number 3. We have the blue here. I'll read that later. What lie are you telling to yourself? We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords. Plenty of nines. We have balance, career, and home life, Isis. We have Queen of Emotions. That's the Queen of Cups. Got a lot of love here. And Healer. This is upright. The other two piles had it reversed. So yours is upright. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. These are all really positive cards with the Nine of Swords, but and breathe. Alright. Like I said, the other piles, I try to get this in the camera as fast as I can. As my situation will improve, so will my view. So there's a lot of like heart, positive energy, healing, breathe, balance. The thing that's coming to me right away is a lie that you're telling to yourself is I feel like you're just doing too much. You're doing too much. Similar to pile number 2, but it's a little bit different. Like, you are a person just full of love, full of joy. You're happy. Everything is going well for you. You want to heal others, help others. But you're not really taking time out for yourself. So it's a little bit different than pile number 2. It's kind of similar. If you want to watch pile number 2, you should probably watch pile number 2 because it's similar. I feel like you're similar to pile number 2 because you give so much. You are a healer. You want to save the world, help the world, etc., etc. You're just not finding balance within self, though, because you're not taking the time to breathe. Some of you maybe just be working, and not taking the time to meditate, things of that nature. So you're getting disappointed a lot because you're just giving so much and feeling you're happy. This pile number 3 is very, very, very happy, which is interesting with the Nine of Swords in the middle. I feel like you're happy, but yet there's some disappointments that happen along the way of your journey. And it's all just based on balance. For you, pile number 3, that's different than 2. I just feel more of you just have to take some time for yourself, more say, and find time to meditate, find time maybe to do some yoga, take a bath with some bubbles and candles, like live for self. I feel like you are a healer and you want to help a lot of other people. You're an empath, things of that nature, but you are not living for self. So the lie that I feel that pile number 3 is telling yourself is that you don't really have time for yourself, or you don't really need to focus on yourself because the world needs you now, and the world is hurting, and you're out there and you want to help the world, but that's a lie because your home life is unbalanced. Okay, you may not see it because you're so happy and you love helping people, but your home life is unbalanced. I'm getting there maybe some people in your actual home who are not quite happy because you're not around all the time. You yourself feel great, but maybe your kids or your spouse are like, we need some more of your time. We need some more balance within the home. So I'm getting that feeling. So pile number 3, I feel like the lie that you're telling to yourself is that you don't even really need to focus on that because the world is hurting right now and you're called to heal and help people. But that's a lie. You also need to find a balance within your home and heal and help your home first, actually. And then you can go to heal and help people. So I feel this Nine of Swords is more of the energy of the people in your home, maybe your closest friends, family, kids, spouse, etc. You're doing great. You have the Queen of Hearts. You have the Nine of Cups. Like, you're feeling good, you're feeling joy, you're out there healing and helping people. But you know what? You are a little tired, so that's where this breathe comes in. You are a little tired, you need to take some breaths, like I said. Focus on yourself a little bit. Find balance within treating yourself. But there's people in your home and closest to you who are a little they're a little upset. They're not really, they're a little like sad about it because they want some time too. They want you to balance the home out. They want you to spend time with them, etc. So pile number 3, the lie is just that you always got to be on the front lines and always got to be out there and not really worry about your home life and those closest to you. That's not true. You got to find balance with them as well and within yourself. There's a huge lie that you're not as important as everyone else, and that is not true. Even though you feel good because you're helping others, but there's going to be a time where you will get like this because you will be depleted. So pile number 3, know that the lie you're telling yourself is that you don't have to take care of self first as long as you're helping others, and that's definitely not true. Take care of yourself first. And take care of your home, because your home people's closest to you are important as well. Find the balance and time with them, and then, continue to do the healing work that you do. Okay, pile number 3, that's your reading. If you would like to book a personal reading, the information is in the description box. Thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed day.